Hi, folks. It's Thursday. And we're moving ever closer to America ending. Do you hear me? Every day. We're closer. You see that Trump's down 10, 15 points. Now, what you need to know about that is those are outrider polls designed to make Hillary look like she's winning. All of the inflated poll numbers are to cause dissension between the party. But Donald Trump is out of his league with Hillary. Out of his league totally. He cannot fight her. Just got this from Greg. 7,752 people are listening in. Why? Why? See, today, I've got Chad King calling in. Today is the next to the last day. And it will become, at that point, virtually impossible to get enough of the videos out to be certain that we can stop Hillary and save the country. How you like that? How do you like that? All of you. It's a miserable statement for us to have 7,752 people and not 500 of you can get the video. Not 500 of you are willing to put $20 into buying a tool that can save the country. $20. You know, it's pretty pathetic. I don't understand you. I don't understand y'all. All we've talked about since the beginning was getting to this day and being ready to fight and do what's got to be done to stop her. And then we get here and holy crap. All right, Chad, are you there?
Hey, Larry.
How many have we sold total, Chad? What is the total number?
Since last Tuesday is 108. Actually, last Wednesday. I think Wednesday was the first day.
108.
People.
108. Yes, 108. Which puts us right at 492 short of where we got to be. It makes absolutely no sense. No sense to me. Now, somebody keeps calling my phone. I don't know why. I'm on the air. I wish I could tell them that I'm on the air. I'm going to try. Let me do this so that maybe it'll stop bugging us. All right, Chad, what have you got to say, buddy? Tell me. What does this look like to you?
It's really pathetic, to be honest with you, Larry. I hate to say that to your audience, but I don't get it because we're getting phone calls from people out of the country that have called me talking about how amazing this video is, and they're organizing, hundreds, thousands of people to get behind it. I don't understand why the audience isn't into it. I mean, it's not some gimmick. it's the plan to save the country. And how can they not be interested in saving the country for $20? You know. So I don't know what else we can do. Should we give away? I mean, do we have to give away something?
Yeah, I mean, do we need to do a little cheap trinket game to get people to buy it? Is that what we need to do, Chad? You had talked about for everybody that buys one. What was your plan?
Well, if everyone that buys a video, I can send them your album via download. I can email them a download the music, and they get all your music. Do people understand that you're a hell of a musician, and how great these songs are? We have 12 songs that you recorded a while back, right? 12, and these songs are amazing. I mean, this is matter of fact, can we play one of them, Larry? Do you think we could play one of your songs right now?
Alden, can you pull one up and play it?
Play number 2, Alden. Take the ribbons from your hair. Help me make it through the night. I don't think they've heard that. I think your audience has only heard Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
Help Me Make It Through the Night is the name of it, Alden. Help Me Make It Through the Night.
Number 2.
Let me know when you're pulling it up. All right, here we go, folks.
Take it loose and let it fall. Lay it soft against your skin, like the shadows on the wall. Come and lay them by my side in the early morning light. All I'm asking is your time. Help me make it through the night. I don't care who's right or wrong. I won't try to understand. Let the devil take tomorrow. For tonight I need a friend. Yesterday is dead and gone, and tomorrow's out of sight. It's so sad to be alone. Help me make it through the night. It's so sad to be alone. Help me make it through the night.
Well, there you go.
Wow. Was that Willie Nelson? No. Was that Chris Christopherson? No. That was Larry Nichols. Right, Larry?
Yeah, that's me. All
Larry,
right, folks.
I challenge anyone to go to YouTube and listen to Willie Nelson sing that song and Chris Christopherson, and I swear to you, it's nowhere near as good. The amount of wisdom, the amount of soul that's in Larry's voice, you know, it's obvious. And we've got 13 songs, folks, that Larry recorded. I guess you'd call them, what'd you call them, Larry?
Classics.
Classics.
All right, folks, the call-in number is 501-499-6022. 501-499-6022. Chad and I are here. Call in. Number one, I want to know if any of you talked to the governor's office today, or what's the report on the governor's office in North Carolina. Number one. Number two, I want to hear if you've got something that, if you've gotten the video and you've got something to say to this audience to try to get them to wake up and do, call in and say it. And number three, if you've got some reason that you think the video ought not to be used, call in and say it. 501-499-6022. All right, we got a call. Go ahead, caller, you're there.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, this Larry?
Yes,
Are you on the air?
I'm on the air. Who's this?
This is Bill.
Hey, Bill. How are you?
Fine. Listen, I'm wanting to know. I'm listening to your radio program, so you're on the air today, and so I'm live right now.
You're live.
Okay. I'd like to state why I think what's going on with a lot of people. If you know what's going on with them, why they're not into it, why they're not into it. Okay. I think people are kind of like disoriented or disappointed or something. They were thinking that you had secret information on Hillary that would keep her from being able to be elected. They thought that you were going to be leaking information out that would like on the National Enquirer, and that this would drain her funds. She'd have to fight these information.
Bill, let me see if I've got this the way you're phrasing it. Of course, I don't mean this toward you.
Right.
But in other words, there's a bunch of people out there that want me to do it, so they don't have to, and they're disappointed because they thought I was going to do it. Well, let me tell all of you creeps, let me tell you creep fools something. I have told you since day one, with Hillary, that's a walk I got to walk. I'll do what I said I'll do. You don't get to do it. You have no part of it. Do you hear me? Y'all have no part of that. Now, the other part of that is, as I have explained to y'all since day damn one, that I need Trump to help get this stuff out, the secrets on Hillary. The media's not going to put it out for me, but this is stuff that I got to do, which I would love to be spending right now, my time doing that. But the states' rights bill is a job they got to do. That's a job they got to do. Why in the hell am I going to try to beat Hillary if y'all not going to do the damn job to save the country? Does that make sense to you, Bill?
Yes, it does. And so, and so we understand what you're saying. I mean, I do. But the thing is, I'm just telling you what I was thinking that a lot of people are thinking.
I know, and you're probably right.
But there's 7,800 people listening, Bill, and only 108 people have bought it. Have you bought it? Well, I've tried to pull it up on my. I don't have a computer, but I have the iPhone, and I tried to pull it up on iPhone and also on Android phone. They got both of them, and I can't pull it up. I can't pull it up.
We'll get it.
Did you go? Hold on, Larry. Did you go to statesrights.video? Yeah, I went to statesrights.video, and it took you to a Vimeo page, which is the place that we're hosting the video. And did you set up an account with Vimeo? So then after you set up an account, you then purchase it with a credit card. Did you do that? I'll try it again. I'm going to try it again, Chad. But can you give out your number again so I can try to reach you this again? I've been looking for your number. I had it written down. Sure, it's 626 255 3925. 3925. That's Chad. You might want to find. You got any kids or grandkids or nephews or nieces? Or, you might want to find someone that's younger because the kids are amazing at technology, as you know. And This isn't rocket science, Bill. I'm sorry. This is simple. You go to Vimeo, you set up an account, you pay for it, and you watch the movie and spread the word. So, I'm going to try it again. I'm not trying to be rude, but I'm not real good with computers.
I understand, Bill. Look, you're okay. You're like me. And I know, brother, I know you by now. And I know if you could at all, you would have already gotten it. But we'll help you figure out how to get it.
Okay, now here's another thing that I'm doing. I am getting on the local radio talk shows, and I'm giving out that website. And when I do that, I'm like say well, any city, you're reaching thousands of people if you call during the rush hour, and you tell them about the 10th Amendment, bring up the 10th Amendment, somehow work it into what's being talked about on the radio. It's very easy to do right now because it's all about politics and laws. And so you work it in on the rush hour, say at 5 o'clock during the rush hour in your city. And there's always got these local talk shows, conservative talk shows, and you can bring up and you can mention if you want to have a good understanding of states' rights, and then you give them tell them to go to states.rights.video. I've done that more than once already, and so I suggest that anybody that wants to get this out, that's a very good way to reach a lot of people in a very short amount of time.
It is. Now, Bill, I want everybody to know one other thing. Years ago, and it's still out there a little bit today, what we're talking about with states' rights is not for states to secede from the Union. We're not a part of that kind of movement at all. This is simply getting states to recognize the true power that they have and to block the federal government from being able to force and impose laws on the people of your state. It's states' rights. So please make sure people understand 10th Amendment. All right, Bill, we've got to run, buddy.
Okay, thank you. That's what I say on the talk shows, the local talk shows. People, you got to find out who the local talk shows are, get their phone number, and start calling into those local talk shows and voicing what we're doing, and give that get that website out. And give also Larry Nichols show out also if you can work that in. A lot of those talk shows, they don't want you to do that, though. Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Bill. Now, I guarantee you, folks, if you're one of those people that is sitting back disappointed, so disappointed that I haven't broken the silver bullet secret that gets Hillary, go to hell. I mean it. You're destroying the country for my grandbabies. All right, caller, you're up. Hello, caller. Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is Scott.
Hey, Scott.
Yeah, I had actually sent you a text. I don't know whether you got it or not, but yeah, tried to get the video, and I'm not sure if I've gotten it or not, and it's not uploaded or anything like that. So for somebody later on, or somebody, if they can.
Well, wait a minute, Scott. Let me ask you something. Did you send a check to me for the video?
No. I went through that process online, and
okay.
So it hasn't uploaded for me, so I don't. Yeah, I'm not.
All right. Now listen, Scott. Yeah, Scott, listen, all of you. What may be throwing some of you a curve is when you go to the site, statesrights.video. The first thing you have to do is you have to sign up with this thing called Vimeo. All right? You got to sign up for it. It doesn't cost anything. You're not joining any kind of thing that costs you money. You're just signing up for Vimeo. Once you do that, then you can purchase it.
Yeah, I've done that part already.
All right, so you've got that part done?
Yeah.
Okay, then you should be able to log into your Vimeo account, right?
Yeah, I got that.
And you should have one video that you purchased in your video on demand section of your account. It's a button that says VOD, video on demand.
I think it does indicate that, but the problem is it's not uploading. So I don't know whether it's I'm not uploading it to the right place, or because I've tried 4 different times.
I don't know. I mean, it should be in your account, and you should be able to just press play and watch as many times as you want on any device you have, as long as you're logged into your Vimeo account.
All right, let's do this, Chad, Scott. Look, we can't tie up the program because we only have an hour.
Yeah,
Scott, if you will, look, can you get to our YouTube site Larry Nichols live on YouTube. Can you get to that?
Yeah.
Go there, and Alden will help you get through it. How's that?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's what I was
Because you need help.
expecting.
Yeah, you just need help, and Alden will help you. And I'm sorry you've had trouble. For all of you, I'm sorry if you've had trouble getting through.
Yeah, that's what I didn't expect for you to hold up the program with that.
Yeah. Now, anything else? What you got?
Well, what I was going to ask you is, what do you think about all of these the leaks with the WikiLeaks, with these the emails and all this stuff that's coming out?
You know, Scott, let me tell you something. This is what I've tried to forewarn everyone. And you got to admit I've done it. I've tried to forewarn everyone that there is nothing that they're going to find about Hillary that's going to matter in this election. It's not. But if they came out with WikiLeaks, if they released stuff with her absolutely in black and white print committing treason, do you realize the media would cover it up? The Congress would say, well, we'll have to hold a hearing about it after the election. Nothing will come from it, Scott. Nothing. That's why, to all the people that want me to knock her out with the Foster stuff, that's why I have to try to do it the way I'm doing. I've got to make it a part of the campaign, because if I don't make it a part of the campaign, it'll never get out. You know, Scott, I wish things were like they were supposed to be. But the stuff that's already out on Hillary, don't you know, Scott, if the world were really round, don't you know the stuff that's already out on Hillary, Benghazi, the email scandal, et cetera, that's already out? Don't you know that would have knocked a normal person out and they'd have been in jail?
Well, the only thing that I was afraid of, and I'm glad it didn't come to fruition, at least the Bernie people had enough sense enough not to take it to the riot stage, that I was afraid that DNC might have been something Obama was trying to do to double cross her and figuring that we could get the Bernie people, you know,
I'm not
riled
sure.
up.
Yeah, Scott, I'm not sure that's not yet to come. I'm not sure that, you know, this whole WikiLeaks thing may be Obama. I'm serious. You may be 100% on point. It could be Obama, just as a way when he's ready to knock her out of the saddle, and then he'd have to suspend the election, right?
Well, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. See, if he'll wait a little longer until you get closer to the election, then if he were to facilitate, now remember, Obama could probably facilitate getting the media to break with it, where you and I couldn't. But he could get it out, and then it would cause such an uproar that late in the race, to where obviously they'd have trouble getting a replacement candidate. So he would suspend the election, and guess what? He'd be in martial law.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I don't know. It kind of didn't make sense to me that the Clintons would have done that at their coronation. So
yeah, Scott, you can't trust them. You can't trust this government. That's why I beg people to get this video, Scott. I beg people to get this video. We have got to strip the power out of Washington, because they're liars. They're criminals. And they are in control of our country. And as long as they've got 100% of the power and the states don't, we are done. We're done, Scott. Yes.
Yeah. Larry, you know, that's exactly right. You know, everyone wants to take down Hillary, and everyone listening on this show probably does not like Hillary and wants to take her down. Well, the best way to take her down is to buy the video, own it, watch it 3-4 times, and show it to as many people as you can. Own it, because that's what's going to strip Hillary of her power in Washington, D.C. That's what's going to get your life returned back to you the way your so-called life was. Correct, Larry?
Yep, you're exactly right. Exactly right. Now look at this, Chad. I just got this from Greg at Leading Edge. We may have a big... I'm sorry?
If you had a video of her shooting someone in the head, it wouldn't make a difference, correct?
Would not make a dime's difference.
Okay.
Not a dime. Scott, by the way, thank you, buddy. We've got to move on. Thanks, Scott. All right. Go ahead, Chad. I'm sorry.
But if you had, 10,000, 100,000 Americans out there that understood states' rights and started putting pressure on their local state legislators, found an issue, got it behind, it's all up to us, people. Everyone acts like, oh, we need the FBI to bury Hillary. Are you kidding me? This is a soap opera you're watching. A soap opera. And what Larry's trying to tell you guys is simply what the video we created was simply to allow you guys to take back your state and solve immigration, solve job loss. This isn't about Hillary. We've said it a million times. But
and I'll tell you this.
What Larry said, yep, go ahead.
Yeah, Chad. Folks, if you'll get this video, if we will meet and comply with the numbers that were set out and drawn up months ago, if we could hit the 3,000 figure and y'all do what you're supposed to do, which is to absorb it, watch it 3 times, absorb it, and then minimally twice a month, show it to people. In 30 days, damn you could save our country. 30 days. We can shove the power in Washington up their butts in 30 days with one state. Look what Dan Brown's already done. Look what he's already done for us. There's a man that's working for the country. There's a man that's a patriot. There's a man that's trying. And if you're one of the 7,752 people that for a myriad of reasons have not gotten the tool that I have begged you to get, don't you look in a mirror and call yourself a damn patriot. No, sir. Not in my eyes, you're not.
Mm-hmm. What did Dr. Greg say?
Well, Greg said we may have a bigger problem now. KAAM in radio in Dallas is reporting that the NRA headquarters in D.C. has been raided by authorities. We're trying to pull the video right now and also doubly substantiate the report. There you go. How about that, folks? How about that? See, they're coming after the NRA. They want to take these guns. They want to take your guns. Why? Why can they take your guns? Because they got the power in Washington, because you people will not take it back. I'm disgusted. Disgusted.
Didn't Obama say, I believe it was last year, that he literally said he designated the NRA a domestic terrorist organization?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did, along with soldiers that are coming back from Iraq and Afghanistan. How do you like that? How do you like that? All right, the number to call in, come on, give it up, 501-499-6022. Where are you? Where are you? I want to know, where are you? Some of you people that are too good, all right, some of you people that are too good to buy this thing, call in and tell me why you're too good. All right, caller, you're up.
Okay, Larry, this is OJ. I got your video.
Hey, OJ. Yes, sir.
A few days ago, and I watched it and took notes. And the conclusion I came to is the federal government is going to fight like hell to stop the states from regaining states' rights. It's going to be a revolutionary war almost, because we will need more than one state to do this. We would probably need 25 states to come on board to come against the federal government to take back states' rights.
All right, AJ, may I help you? May I help you just 1 second with that statement? I mean it. Now let me help you. We need one. We need one state, one issue. Let's just take North Carolina as an example, voter ID, right? One issue, one state legislature, and a state that has the strength, the governor that has the strength when it goes to federal court to say no. And then what happens, AJ, one state doing it and proving that the federal government can do nothing. Now, When that's done, OJ, that's when you get your 20, 25 states. They'll line up immediately. We can get people throughout this country. See, when we got one example, we will hit the streets, me and you and all of the alternative news, programs, networks. We're going to hit the street and we're going to require people to ask of their governor of their state, why are we not doing it? And that's when it turns. That's when it turns. And I promise you, ma'am, it will turn.
There's nothing to prevent the feds from throwing out the National Guard like they did back in Governor George Wallace's day, drawing out the National Guard and taking control of a state. And that's what they would try to do.
Well, that's where we're planning on that. The whole point of this exercise, OJ, is to prove that the emperor has no clothes, meaning Washington has no clothes. Now, what does that mean? If, for example, the people ballot an issue and the state legislature ratifies it and the governor signs it, okay? And it goes through the lower local or state court and the high and the appellate state court. Once it's gone through that process, here's where we want to be. Okay, Washington, what are you going to do? You going to arrest the governor? Well, you can't arrest the governor because he was just doing his job because it was ratified by the legislature. You're going to arrest all the legislature? Well, you can't do that because the people. Now, when it comes to bringing in the National Guard, it ain't going to happen, OJ. It ain't going to happen. You know who makes up the National Guard? Americans.
State forces. I realize that.
Yeah. It will never happen. That's the thing we're trying to force to happen, AJ. You've got it exactly. We're trying to force that. All right, we've got to go here in just a second, AJ. But you see, we're trying to force that. That's what we want to force.
Well, get us a DVD because we can't carry computers around with us to show this video. We need DVDs. We need to be able to buy about 100 of those DVDs and pass them out.
I'm waiting for the printer to finish printing the jackets and and we're just gonna, as soon as we have that, give us another week or two. We'll have it out. I promise you.
Good.
Just go ahead and thanks, OJ. Go ahead and sign up now and download it and watch it and start absorbing it. Do that now, folks, please.
And for everyone that has bought it, when the DVD is available, we'll go ahead and ship you one out as well.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, we've got another caller.
Larry.
Yes.
Larry, hey, this is David from Arizona again. And just had a few ideas. I want to let you know, first of all, I made the call to North Carolina. I got the voicemail, and I told them to continue the course. We appreciate you standing up for your state's rights, and voter ID is very important to all the states across the country. And I'm watching that. I plan to watch the video 2 or 3 more times of yours, okay, to get it down, chapter and verse, so I could draw from it. Now, I don't think we need to quote things exactly. I think you got to personalize it. Otherwise, it'll come across a bunch of damn robots calling up North Carolina.
Yeah.
See.
Absolutely.
All right. That said, I want to get your thoughts on a few things. This Gold Star guy that talked about and exploited his son's death in the convention and all that. They used him as a pawn.
Right.
Let me tell you what I think that Trump should do, and you tell me if this is a good idea. Trump needs to have 3 or 4 Gold Star families come up to him that are willing to do it and say, in remembrance of our son and the honor you're bringing back to the country, we want to give you our Gold Star emblems and something like that. And then let them take the mic and call out Khan at the dirty bastard that he really is. He's a Muslim supporter and all of that. What do you think about that idea?
All right. Number one, what Trump should do from a professional perspective, I will tell you this. He should say about the Khan issue, he should say out front and in front of everybody one time, Mr. Khan, sorry about the loss of your son. but your son died because of of Obama and Hillary. It had nothing to do with him, and there's nothing that he could have done to stop it. And as far as what has he sacrificed, Mr. Trump should point out, you better start telling me what Hillary has sacrificed other than getting rich off the expense of the American taxpayer. Then stop it and drop it. Drop it right there. Good. Don't play tennis. Don't get in a tennis match with this concrete.
Yeah, you got to turn the page, and he just needs a little more discipline and focus. And you just you say your piece, you turn the page, and you do next case. Now let's talk about the economy and how we're going to beef up the border and all of that. But just appreciate what you do, friend. Here for you. I'm going to get this down, that chapter verse. Now, for the meantime, do I just need to take my laptop over to my friends' houses, or just look and then just say we're going to watch this? Let's get a few beers going. Watch my boy Larry here.
That's right.
And then we do it like that. All right, okay, Jesse James, I got you covered. I got you back, and love what you're doing. Hang in there. We're going to get this done one way or another. All right,
Thank
God
you.
bless.
All right, bye. Okay, now listen. Yeah, by the way, folks, I'm telling you, Trump is in trouble, and we've got to be able to get him to wake up. He needs to be getting in touch with me, and we need to be dropping all these things on Hillary. But if he don't, there's nothing I can do about it. All right, caller, you're up. What you got?
Yes, hello, Larry. How are you?
Hold on, caller. I got this from a listener who said they had talked to the governor's office, and the governor is appealing to Supreme Court. Here we go. Now, folks, the governor of North Carolina is committing the mistake that I was afraid would happen. He's going in federal court. When he goes to the Supreme Court, guess what's going to happen there? It's going to tie. What happens if it ties? It goes back to the lower court below him. What is the lower court? The lower court is the 4th District Appellate Court, which has overruled him. Do you see that? Damn, he's blowing it. We've got to get on the phone to him. We've got to move hard and fast now. It's real simple. It goes to the Supreme Court. He's in the federal court system. When it goes to the Supreme Court system, it will tie. You know that because of what's in the Supreme Court now. It will tie. When it ties, it goes back to the next court under that, which is the 4th District Appellate Court, and their ruling stands. It's an incredible mistake. Damn it. All right, caller, go ahead.
Yes, Larry, how are you doing?
I was doing better until that.
My question to you is, about the elections, you said so many times on Alex Jones' show and in general that there won't be any. But the thing is, we already know Trump's going to win without a doubt. But the thing is, what about an economic collapse? What about things like that? FEMA camps. Do you not worry about that? I mean, even though we're going to beat them in the end, what if they try to pull something off that we're not expecting?
I'm telling you, there are going to be all kinds of things done to us. All kinds of things. I don't know that there'll be exactly FEMA detention camps, but I assure you, they're going to come after anybody. If you speak ill of a Muslim, you're going to be prosecuted. Hate speech. If you speak ill of Black Lives Matter, you're going to be prosecuted for hate speech. If you stand up and speak against the illegal Mexicans, you're going to be prosecuted for hate speech. Yeah, your whole world's going to change. If we don't stop it, all of this is going to happen. All of it. Get the DVD. Get the video. Get the video, please. All right, we've got another caller. My friend, thank you. Anything else right quick? I don't mean to run you off.
Let's talk to Larry.
Okay, yes, caller, are you there?
Yeah, Larry.
Yes.
This is Richard. Richard. The Hawaiian Islands.
Yes, sir.
What should What should that governor done?
He should have said, no way to the federal court. We're going to stand on our state ruling.
Praise
We're going to stand.
Yeah, that's what I need to hear from you, Larry. I need to hear the solution.
The solution is the governor should not go to Supreme Court. And in defense of you telling him he shouldn't go to the Supreme Court, all you've got to do is tell the person you're talking to, do you understand if you go to the Supreme Court, here's what's going to happen. Because of the makeup of the court today, it's going to tie. And when it ties, then it's going to be thrown back to the ruling of the next court under, which is the Fourth Circuit.
So us having the power, we got the right to say no to the Supreme Court?
Yes. He has a right to say, no, thank you, federal court, or any of you. We're going to implement a law that we duly passed in our state.
And the federal government... We need to call North Carolina, everybody.
Yes,
we need to
absolutely.
All of us need to call North Carolina and tell them to say no. We got state rights. Yeah, because they're going to keep on screwing over us, right, Larry?
That's right.
They're going to
Richard, I need you to do me a favor. Will you do me a favor, Richard? I have skipped all the commercials for my treatment money. I've skipped them all. Will you do a quick commercial and see if people will help? And once again, the rule is if you don't have the $20, you buy the video.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Folks. Okay, folks, there's about 1,700 of us on the listen to the show. Larry needs a little, that's a lot of people. If we only send say $5 each, I mean, that would probably take care of his treatments for a few days. If you guys could help out, keep this guy alive. He's not lying about nothing. The guy's very sick. He's an ex-Green Beret. He's not shown his pain. He's a type of a hero. But he is very, very, very sick, and he needs your $5. That $5 would probably maybe carry him on through maybe a month or something if all 1,700 people send some money. If you could send, some can send more, some can send less. But let's help this guy out because he's, hey, this is our kids, our jewels we're working for, and we want to keep this guy alive, even beyond the election, beyond getting this country back in shape again. But please try to help this guy out today. Hey, Larry, can we send to a credit card?
What you need to do, you need to go on the YouTube site, okay? The YouTube site.
Yeah.
Listen live. Larry Nichols live. All right. There you will see a site where you can go to a tax exempt foundation that's helping me. And there you can use a credit card. Yes. I don't think you can use your credit card with PayPal, but you can go to that and use your credit card. Please do.
Okay. You guys, all you guys out there, I love everybody in this country. We're all Americans. Let's help each other again. It only took 4% of the population 200 years ago when we beat the British. Now, that was only 4% of the population that beat the British. There was a lot more Brits than there was us, and we beat them. We can do it again. Let's go. Thanks, Larry.
All right, buddy. Thank you. All right, folks. Now, I want to. All right, before I go to the next caller, I want to make something out. I'm getting our good old person that's putting all the stuff out at 423-677-0774. You might want to call her and ask her who she really works for. I think she works for the Clintons, but anyway, there is a Twitter account out there, folks. That's not me. I don't do Twitter. I don't know how to twit. All right. So if you're getting stuff off Twitter that she's putting out, that ain't me. That's not me. So anyway, caller, you're up. What you got? Hello, caller.
Larry, this is Dan Brown.
Hey, Dan Brown.
Hey, listen, I just called the governor's office. Their lines must be jammed up. So I left a message telling him he's making a mistake. I don't know how many people called there, but I would imagine it didn't have much of an influence.
Apparently it did not, because he's going to the Supreme Court. Look, I'm going to call them. I've let y'all call, but I'm going to try to call and get through. But I beg all of you to tell them this. It's real simple. Dan, please tell them you've talked to that Will. Talk to that Will again, please. If you go to the Supreme Court, here's what's going to happen. It's going to tie out, isn't it? You know the makeup of the Supreme Court now, right?
Going to tie up.
It's going to tie. All right. I just got from Alden. The lines are so busy at North Carolina that they're jammed up. But anyway, they're going to tie the Supreme Court. They're going to tie in the Supreme Court. And what happens, folks, when there is a tie in the Supreme Court, the case is thrown back down the line to the last court that worked it. And that would be the Fourth Appellate Court, Fourth Circuit Court of Appeals. If, Dan, one thing you might ask Will when you talk to him, could he at least, if he's going to do what he's doing before he goes to the Supreme Court, he should at least call for an en banc ruling from the Fourth District Circuit. At least make all the judges in that circuit court vote. Don't do it off a 3-judge panel. That's rigged. They're all Democrats.
Well, that and the state's attorney, he's a Democrat. He's running against Pat McCrory.
Yeah, think about that.
He's using this as his bridge. This is his fighting point. He's going to make sure you don't have to show a voter ID.
And Dan, that's another thing you need to point out to Will. Good heavens. If the governor is getting any counsel from his attorney general, stop, don't. That guy does not have his interest at heart. And apparently, if the attorney general is recommending that they go on through with the Supreme Court, he doesn't have the people of the state of North Carolina's interest at heart either.
Well, this is definitely the election. This is the first time we've had a Republican governor in 100 years.
Uh-huh.
So they're trying to push this Democrat back into office. So this state, this is the battleground state. If there's 7,000 people out there really listening, they need to get off their asses and get busy.
7,750, Dan.
The crosshairs are on North Carolina. This is the battleground. They've got to get in here and get in the fight. But this is not the only issue. They have several issues up, states' rights in North Carolina. The other one is that law where they can let queers in the bathrooms. That's up too. They're both up in the center right now. And the federal government is stepping on our rights here in North Carolina.
What's the phone number?
The phone number, 919-814-2050.
Okay, get one more time.
919-814-2050. Now, today, Larry, I got a little story for you real quick. I came in from cutting grass, the phone rings. It's from Dow, Texas. Now, well, hell, I'll try and see what it is. It was the Republican Party begging for money. So I let the girl go through her. So I let the girl go through her spiel. I said, let me tell you something, sweetheart. All my money is going towards Larry Nichols right now. We're fighting states' rights, so I don't have any money to give the Republican Party. We are fighting states' rights. So she said, if you send me $25, I said, no, I'll send $25 to Larry. I said, but I tell you what I need you to do. You need to help us here in North Carolina. Because once you go to D.C., you're not going to win the fight. I don't care if Trump goes in. He can't get past the politicians. They're going to block him. So the only thing we can do is stand up for states' rights. And she goes, my son was killed. And she went into a story about that. And she goes, I'll do whatever I can. I said, call this number. She goes, I'll call from Texas, but I'm really from Missouri, so I'll call twice. So instead of sending her money, she's on the phone. And you know what? She may be listening. I told her to listen in on your program.
Mm-hmm.
So if that little girl from Texas, from the Republican Party, is out there, call Larry and let him know if you actually made that phone call or not.
Absolutely. Folks, listen. Dan, I'm proud of you. By God, at least I know I've got one of the 750 people that are listening that is an American and is trying to save this country. Dan, thank you. Thank you. I mean it. Thank you. This is not about selling a video. This is not about a trinket. This is not about selling stuff. This is about getting you a tool that you got to have. You got to have it if you're going to take states' rights on and pass it around to people. And if you're not going to fight for states' rights, listen to me. If you're not going to get this video and fight for states' rights, get off of this program right now. Get off, hang up, get the hell out. I don't want you here. What have I got to say? I don't want you here. I'm not here for entertainment. And I swear to you, every day from now till that election and Hillary wins, every day I'm going to jump you. I'm going to jump you because I'm bitter. I am bitter because of my grandbabies and Dan's. I'm bitter because all the people that have come in and are working on it, that have children and grandchildren. I'm bitter because their families are at stake here. Dan, you got anything else before I have to go?
Yeah, Larry, I got a check in the mail to you, but I'm illiterate on the computer, so it's the snail mail. It should be there in a few days.
That's fine. Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, buddy. I'll keep in touch when I hear something.
Thank you, Dan. Now, folks, please. I'm sorry, what? Alden? All right, we got somebody on the phone. All right, we've got 6 minutes left in the program. Chad, you got anything you want to add? Hello, Chad.
No, I'm okay right now. I got a million things going through my head. North Carolina, states' rights. This woman that works for the Clintons that's trying to spread false rumors about you. I want to say something. I've researched Larry more than anyone, and Larry's for real. Okay, he is a war hero, and he is a patriot to the core. And he's the only one that I've met that actually has a good solution to help saving this country and returning it back to the people. So please buy the video, www.statesrights.video. Have your child or grandchild help you out, niece, nephew, friend, if you're having problems. And please get the video, and let's try to help North Carolina, because this could be our issue.
It could be. Let's go right quick, Chad. We got another caller. Let's try to squeeze it in before the program's over. Caller, are you there? Hello, caller. Alden, is that caller still on?
Hello, this is Christine.
Hey, Christine. How are you?
I'm well, Larry. Thank you. I just wanted to mention a couple of things. One is...
Right. Do it quick, because Christine, we're almost out of time, hon.
Absolutely. In addition to calling the governor, I suggest that people get in touch with attorneys in their community and their local bar associations. People are so busy, they don't realize what's happening, but an attorney will understand immediately the infringements. And if you can get a bar association to understand what's happening and take action, they'll have much easier access to the people in Congress.
That's right. They should have better understanding. Keyword, they should.
Yeah, exactly. That's one thing. And the second thing is I wonder if all of your listeners can add to your YouTube account the contact information for the legislature in their home states, so that we can start calling other states too, using North Carolina as an example of a good intention but a poor execution.
That's a great idea. Great idea. Alden, I hope you heard that. We'll figure that out. Christine, thank you, honey. I hate to go, but I've got to go.
Thank you, Larry.
Thank you.
Well. Bye.
Bye. All right, folks. She had a great point. Alden, I hope gets it, and we'll try to post so we can help people get a hold of their state legislators. But guys, I'm telling you, repeat after me if you have to. Get the tool. It's a tool. It's a tool that Dan Brown and most everybody that has gotten the video will, I'm sure, tell you the same thing. The video is not magical, but it will help you. It will help you get it in perspective. And just like the caller said, you don't have to do it verbatim me, but you have to absorb it so that you can talk in your words. And when you're calling the governor, the script is a recommendation. The script is a recommendation so that you get in and get out. Some of you have trouble on the phone. The script is there to help. But some of you have no trouble communicating on the phone. And when you get the person in the governor's office, talk to them. If they'll talk to you, talk to them. Don't tie them up long, but talk to them. But please explain to that governor what Christine said. That is excellent. It was a good idea, just poor execution. Stay out of the Supreme Court. Stay out of federal court. And like the caller that said, they'll call out the National Guard. No, they have to. They'll have to, but they won't. They won't, because the National Guard, you know what it is? It's people of the state. People in your state, they're not going to turn against us. Let's see, I got this. Brenda sent 20. Susan sent 20. Brenda sent 25. Grant sent 5. Thank you all that have helped. Thank you so much. And all right, and then I've got this here on the sent from a listener. Is Alden going to put uploading instructions on YouTube? That'll be up to Alden. Alden, you'll have to work that out with the people. And then, by the way, any of you that want this number, it is 423-677-0774. This is the lady that did the Facebook for me that's all been out of shape. And she's got a new thing that she calls her complaint review. It's all the bad stuff about me. You can go to her. And if you want to join her, join her. I don't care. Join her. But you ought to call her and ask her, for your grandchildren's sake, why is she working with the Clintons? Why is she trying to destroy the country? The videotape isn't me. The videotape is about Jefferson, Adams, Franklin. You know, destroy me if you want to. I don't care. It's about our country. It's about this country, and we're going to lose it. We're 2-3 months from losing our country, and it's no joke. It's no laughing matter. So I got 20 seconds. Chad, anything real quick?
No, I look forward to tomorrow. I got a lot to say tomorrow.
All right. Folks, he's going to have a lot to say tomorrow. And tomorrow we need that better see about 400 people, 400 of you get the video so that we'll have enough to be on track. Help if you can. Nichols Live at AOL.com on PayPal. Till then. There's a land that I've heard of once in a lullaby.